Hello everyone, welcome to day 28 of my culinary journey. Today is a very special day because today is our final practical day. The much awaited final practical day is here, guys. Even though none of us were prepared, like we were not prepared for this day, but we just had to, come up with something. So I thought to film my classmates while they plated their dish. So here Chef Amaka was making a fruit basket for her fruit salad, which was very, very creative. Say hello to Chef Luchi. Today's instruction was very simple and straightforward. For every dish you picked in class, make it at home and bring to school to plate. It sounded very easy, right? But I kid you not when I say it was hard work because it was the final day. So everything we've been taught in class, today is a day to just tell the world, tell your teacher that he did not waste his time. So it was very, very important for us. So if you all could remember correctly, I chose to make smoky jollof rice, pepper chicken, zobo drink, and chicken stew. It was my first time ever making zobo, so I had no idea what I was doing. I was just following what I was taught in class. So I thought to bring a bottle for Erichi to taste, and she said she liked it, that it was good. So that boosted my confidence a little bit. So here is Chef Amaka doing her thing. Everyone brought in their A game, guys. So here is a view of the puff I made. I paired it with pepper sauce and the jollof rice, the smoky jollof rice. So I made some plantain skewers to go with it, and this is the chicken stew I made. This stew was giving. I love how it looked. So here is a view of my classmates' dish. They looked so pretty, very, very colorful, very attractive. I was wondering who would eat all this food, like who would taste all these meals same day. Oh my god, our judges had lots of work to do.
I believe myself and Bibi, we've taught you all I know, and you can tell I'm not someone that I don't hide anything from you.
In no time, the real deal started. It was time to taste the meals we all made and award us some marks for it. So the marking scheme went like this. Some marks went for the presentation because we had to present our meals, like Chef Frank right here. Some marks went for timeliness. How early did you come to school? Because we were given a time to come max by 12 p.m. And the third is about the taste of your dish, which took like I think over 50% of the mark. Like I said, everyone brought in their A game. So here Chef Princess just doing her thing, trying to explain the dish, and she waited for them to taste her dish to give their reviews. It was quite an interesting one, but a bit scary. Our instructor Chef Nelly really commended her because she did a great job compared to the last time, and to me that's all that matters, improving every single day. So that was like a very good news for her, and I was really happy for her. So here is Chef Faith, aka size 30, also doing her thing. I love the reaction Chef Nelly was giving. They all tasted the dish and you could tell that they loved it. They loved every bite. They loved what they were tasting. That's more like a proud moment for the teacher when he actually teaches a student well, and other judges could come around, other external judges to come around, and they could just say, yes, you did a great job, the food tasted nice. So it's like a very proud moment for our chef instructors. Well, say hello to me. It was my turn to present my dish. Truthfully, I did a little rehearsal before this time, but when I got in front of them, I seriously forgot everything I rehearsed, and I was just, saying what came to my head, saying what I thought made sense. Actually, it did make sense. So I just did my thing. I presented well. I told them what I had and what I made for them, and they gave their reviews. They tasted and gave their reviews. I was so happy this time because Chef Nelly said something about him being proud of the fact that my dish tasted very, very good. In fact, way better than the last time. That really meant a lot to me because it means that I'm growing and I'm improving. You all watch out for my smoky jollof. All my recipes now are fully upgraded, and you know what that means. My business has taken a different level entirely. Back to my presentation, they gave their reviews and I was so happy and thankful to God. One of the judges asked that they packed my stew for her so she could take it home because she loved it. And I think that's like a good sign. That's a good sign that they actually enjoy my chicken stew. In no time, I was done with my presentation and I was very happy that everything went so well, very, very well. Today, I had a business order. I had a cake order to deliver right after this presentation. So I wanted to actually go home immediately to just, start doing my thing, like, get down to work. But I thought to stay back in school a little bit just to film some of my classmates, although I couldn't wait till the end because I had to rush home like I said earlier, but just enjoy the view while it lasts. So here's Chef Stella. She wasn't really staying by the cam, and I think I was just trying to recover from everything that happened, so I was not even noticing what was happening here until later, where I realized that she wasn't in focus, which I finally did, and I changed my camera position. So they tasted her dish, they tasted her jollof rice. Sincerely, we all did well because the comments, the feedbacks, they were all great. Just little corrections here and there, but generally speaking, we all did well. Next to present was Chef Fruit, also known as Honorable. So Honorable came with her Honorable game on. She made some puff puff and beef skewer, which personally I think that's quite creative, and they loved it, although it was a bit spicy, as Chef Bibi complained, but they loved the puff puff, they loved the whole package. And next was time to taste her soup. Guys, this soup finished even before they started judging, because as you can see, they were just rushing, and I was like, how good is this soup? Anyways, our teacher taught us very, very well, so nothing less than the best, because they loved it. It was very, very funny.
Okay, what's about this now?
It was time for the scoring, and she had the best mark so far. She had a very perfect score. They complimented on how the soup looked and even how it tasted. They said it was so good, everything was balanced. And she was the very first to be given a perfect score. We all cheered for her because it was like a win-win for us too. At this point, I really wanted to go home because time was flying. Time was just, moving really, really fast. Well, it was time for Chef Obi to present her meal. Next, it was Chef Fortune Stone, our course rep. So she did her thing, they tasted her meal, gave their feedback, gave their reviews, and scored her. Next, it was time for SMG, Chef Merit, to come and present her meal. So she presented her meal, and I don't know why Chef Bibi here was just giving a happy dance. Maybe because the soup looked very, very loaded. Chef Bibi's dance is just so amazing. So they all had a taste of the soup she made and also the jollof rice. We all made jollof rice. We all made smoky jollof rice. This is because it's one of Relish's signature dish, and he expects all of his students to at least master his signature dish very, very well, except for Chef Amaka. So she made a full English breakfast platter and the fruit salad. Up next, it was time for Chef Anita's presentation. So she gave them the dish she made, and they had a taste of all that she made. They gave their reviews. At this point, I knew I needed to start going home. I really wish I could stay longer, to just watch till the end, but I couldn't because business called and I just had to go to work immediately. So this was where I closed the curtains for today's filming. Thank you all for watching today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Bye.